Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special session, the concluding one of today's day-long event. Um, Here we have somebody, we are actually very delighted to have her as the chief guest in today's program, someone who caught our attention about 11 years ago and has been fascinating us since then. A woman who doesn't believe in being shackled down by the societal norms, somebody who lives lives on her own terms, someone who's made a mark for herself. She is a banker, but now she is also a performer, a singer, a social activist, and the list goes on for you, Amrita ji. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Miss Amrita Fadnavis, also happens to be the wife of the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. So, Amrita ji, पहला सवाल तो यही है, इतने editors आपके सामने दिख रही हैं, women in the media in Delhi. How do you feel amongst all of us? Not your usual space.
Absolutely. I'm honored, first of all, to be here at the inaugural session of Exchange for Media for Digital and Creative Economy. And looking at all of you here, I've never been into this space, but I am already feeling like an intellectual. I'm elated and I feel empowered because I have men and women, more of women, who are completely the leader brand, who are change makers and who know how to pave their way through the ups and downs which they face.
So, coming to the theme today, like you elaborated, do tell me from an outsider's perspective, the ringside view that you have for all of us, for women in the media, how do you see, what's your assessment of the rise of women folk in the media industry, the way you see it?
I feel historically, women have always fought for their representation in various areas where their contribution had been undervalued or not considered the way it should have been. So the same applies to media, to journalism. Women have to fight a bit more. And this bit more, because of this bit more, once they fight, they tend to reach a place which becomes extremely respectable and they become icons for others to follow. I read a bit about women in journalism. A lady who struck my mind, was the first photojournalist of India. Her name was Homai Vairawala, if I'm spelling right.
Yeah.
And she was the first photojournalist who defied all the norms and stood against societal pressures to become a Padma Vibhushan with the kind of work she put forth in front of India, in front of Bharat. In fact, her initial showcases were in the name of her husband because of the pressures she faced. But she came out of it, and finally her work was recognized, and she was subsequently, as I said, Padma Vibhushan. Similarly, lately I came across some fabulous ladies who are in charge of this network called Khabar Lehriya.
Khabar Lehriya.
Khabar Lehriya. I read about it, and it's about rural women bringing out some unsung stories and stories which are generally not taken up by mainstream. And these are remote stories, remote village stories. So I really felt that they have changed the norms. Like news or your profession is not for the selected few, the privileged few. It is for each and everyone. And that's why I feel that their contribution has actually changed the way of storytelling. And it may further pave a way for journalism which goes to every corner and caters to every issue of the country.
Yeah, of course. We only talk about the glitz and glamour, but there's so much more that's happening in the countryside. But now let's come to you, Ms. Amrita Fadnavis. You are a professional banker, but somebody who started her journey from Nagpur. I want to understand, and do tell us about that transition that you made. You moved from Nagpur, you came to Mumbai as the Chief Minister's wife. Later on, you find yourself more as a celebrity, less as the Chief Minister's wife. How has that journey been for you?
Oh, this journey has been absolutely amazing and unbelievable because back in Nagpur, I was definitely the simple girl who just knew people on the face of them. Whatever person used to be on the front, that was the person. And there were not many pressures there compared to how I faced it here in Mumbai. I am basically from a household. My parents are doctors, and we have been a very closed family. Post marriage, there was a paradigm shift any which ways because Devens was a very open family and he had an open house. People, whenever we used to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it was not about the family, it was about the whole constituency pouring in. So we didn't even know how much to cook when. So it was all last moment. My musical practice took a back seat for some time because I had to adjust to all these things. Ma'am, you said that I didn't change much. Oh God, I had to change, I think so, 360 degrees. I was such an introvert. I hated meeting people. And I was into social activities, but not as much the way I am now. I used to do it with my parents. But now I love people. If I'm alone and not among people, I feel restless. So there has been a big change in me also. And in terms of Mumbai life, when I shifted to Mumbai, I didn't even know that when there are two different events, you need to have different clothes for two different events, for which I was trolled very badly at times. So then I was advised by some people that because I'm a banker, I said, no, I can't buy clothes for every event every second day. So they advised that like these actors do, you can always go to 2, 3 good designers, tie up with them, they give you clothes, you wear them, even jewelry, and then you return it to them. They just tag you. They tag you and you have to just thank them on the social media. That was very, very nice for me because I'm finally a banker. I count every penny which comes in. I don't let money go out so easily. So that was favorable for me. And otherwise, people-wise, in Nagpur, they were people I knew since childhood. And here I have had to be very formal. Half the people came to me because Devin didn't attend to them. So kuch kaam rehta hai to leke aate the wo. And which was mostly some dicey work. So I had to be very careful most of the times.
You know, your friends in Nagpur sent me a message when they got to see that you're coming here. Ki Amrita ji se पूछना that she actually comes from a upper middle class family. Parents are doctors. They do look down upon politicians. तो ये फडणवीस जी से शादी करने का कैसे मान गई हैं?
Absolutely. In fact, I regret saying this, but we never, the whole family, we never voted. We did not know who the local MLA was because we were so happy in our own lives. But see, शादियाँ बनती है कहाँ heaven में, it's destined. So our mothers met and they thought that we might be good match for each other. Subsequently, both of us, we met and we kept on meeting because I had this mindset that politicians are all these bad character gundas who are mostly corrupt, and that won't suit a professional family like ours. But after meeting him for quite a few times, I understood that he's not that material. He's a person who's transparent, who aims to use politics as a tool for development and service to people. So that attracted me, and plus there were other minute things like मेरी मम्मी का घर बस पास में था.
बगल में था.
He never thought of saying no to anything which I said I want to do from the initial days only. So I felt empowered from day one and I thought चलो इसके साथ मैं अपनी कर सकती हूँ.
ये बताइए अमृता जी, अब सीएम की बीवी हैं. The disadvantages and the advantages of being the chief minister's wife, and this is the chief minister of Maharashtra, perhaps the most powerful chief minister that we have in our country today.
I think so. There are many advantages. Disadvantages can be ignored. The biggest advantage which I could see was since my childhood, I was this girl who was studious, who always sang. Then I started working. I always worked. Before marriage, I was working. And I was always into my little social activities with my parents. So I was doing my share of things before marriage. Same things. I continued after marriage and post he became CM. But these things were suddenly considered as something outstanding which I was doing. Oh, I'm in a bank. Oh God, that's outstanding. I've sing as if no other woman sings. And then my social work was considered as if like I was a, like they call me also mate, some abbreviations they use. So I was put into a pedestal. So being CM's wife gave me a kind of recognition which any which ways I could have never got. And I feel so many people, ladies multitask and do so many things, but they don't get this kind of exposure. Maybe because their husband is not in a power position. So I think so because of his power position, I got recognized for sure. The flip side of it is that I become overwhelmed with responsibility. Like I feel that I'm very responsible for my people around me and people who come with their problems. So I get engaged into that circle. So in fact, Devin is already in that phase since years, and I've also come into that phase now. So I don't think so we have any personal life left or any space left to further have some me kind of time.
Yeah.
That is one thing I miss, personal life.
You do miss your personal life. She actually did request me कि मैं एक दिन पहले आती हूँ so that I can sleep. She didn't have time to sleep, so she slept in today late and then woke up and came for this function. So let's please ensure that the buzzer doesn't go off. Apart from being a celebrity, Amrita ji, you're also a banker. You've been a professional banker for maybe more than 2 decades. What I want to ask you, the kind of schedule you run, literally, I mean, here in one city, another day, another place. How do you manage this job? Are you still sort of actively working?
I started my banking job in 2003, which was 2 years before marriage. And I still continue with it. Currently, I must say that since 2022, it became literally impossible to continue the 12 hours job. And banking private sector is very demanding. I think so even more than journalism at times.
You were handling the very important treasury when
I
you came
shifted
in as the
to-
CM's wife to Mumbai.
And I have to quit that department because it was extremely time bound.
Okay.
And with other commitments, it was getting difficult.
Okay.
So I shifted to transaction banking from there. But now, although I'm still in transaction banking, I'm still with the bank, I'm working part-time because I have too many other activities going on. So I have to give justice to these activities which are more towards social welfare. And I have developed this liking and satisfaction in this area wherein I derive lot of pleasure looking at smiling faces.
Wow. But you were also into wealth management, if I'm not mistaken. You were managing wealth for high net worth individuals. So, Amrita ji, at the time when the markets are doing so badly, what are the tips that's coming in from the banker, Amrita Fadnavis?
So I have been a wealth manager for 4 years, which was in Nagpur. I managed HNI clients then. So there needs to be an approach for deciding in what to suggest to different kind of people. And depending on your risk-taking ability or the term you want to be invested for, basis that we can suggest. But currently looking at the market scenario in India, I think so anyone who's bullish on India's story, anyone who's bullish on India shining, can take an entry into equity market for a long-term view.
Okay.
It would really reap good dividends, good yields, because market is at all-time low PE. Corona ke time utna tha, then now this is the time when
Are you
can,
suggesting any shares, any companies?
if I suggest one, it would be some I don't know whether I should suggest names because they'll say that it's some trading.
I
inside,
think
yeah.
she shouldn't be taking names.
But
Otherwise,
there are many good companies with good fundamentals, with good Ps, with good ratios of price earning to growth. If you even ask your advisor about that or ask me later, I can actually suggest you some good stocks.
Okay, so you can be a wealth manager. People who have
And-
lots of money, you can get in touch with her.
And also, I'm very bullish on gold, although, on silver.
On
the
silver.
precious metal silver.
Okay.
Although gold has shown big rally, I think so silver is the one for the next 1 year.
Okay.
It can give better returns than gold, but don't go for physical in gold or physical silver.
Okay.
Take ETFs or take gold bonds.
Okay.
They are safe, they can't be robbed, and you can always reap the benefits.
Wow. Okay, that's a tip coming in from you. Now, Ms. Fadnavis, a little about your husband, your life. You were trolled a lot. I think from the time I have known, this trolling never stops, You and your husband have gone through a patch where he took a professional setback. At that point in time, you stood by his side. You were still trolled. If I want to, there are two lines that you'd put on Twitter back then, and you were trolled by the administration also that was there in Maharashtra at that point in time. You'd said, "लौट के आऊंगी शाखों पे खुशबुएं लेकर, खिजा की जिद है, जरा मौसम को बदलने दो." ये तो आपने उस वक्त कहा था. आपने उसके बाद भी you stood by Mr. Fadnavis all along, being very vocal about how that administration was. Very recently in the Maharashtra elections, we saw some nasty trolling of yours. What I want to understand, two things from you, Ms. Amruta Fadnavis. How do you deal with this kind of online trolling that you have to deal day in, day out? Because you are perhaps the only wife of any chief minister in India that's so active, so popular, and yet gets so much of negativity every day muck thrown at you.
So nowadays, क्या होता है कि earlier, since I shifted to Mumbai, for my social activities, even my reels regarding my programs or my songs, social songs or otherwise, I have been trolled. So they have left nothing unturned in terms of trolling. So nowadays I feel whenever I'm not trolled, कि कुछ गलत किया क्या मैंने, क्योंकि पहले तो always I used to think जब मैं सही करती हूँ तो troll होती हूँ. So nowadays it's a little lesser and I have doubts whether I'm going wrong. I'm so much used to trolling, so it's like breathing. So I think so I've started loving being trolled. But jokes apart, I take it positively. Constructive criticism is welcome. Destructive criticism, देखने का ही नहीं, देखा तो भूल जाने का. And just move ahead. Like people throw stones at you, right? It's you to decide whether you want to get hit by them or pick them up and build your castles.
And you are the one who does the latter, picking it up and building your castle. Ms. Fadnavis, also, again, coming from your friends, they want to ask this question. And I know a lot of your friends from Nagpur, है ना? ये सब CM के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं कि CM साहब ऐसे हैं. Is he the kinds, we've actually seen him go through very low phases. And I remember him telling me one day that, he feels like the modern day Abhimanyu, who has to break the Chakravyuh every day. He used to feel so down and low. Does he come back at home and discuss his problems, discuss his challenges? Does he share all of that? Because as much as I know him, I've never seen him open up. But does he do that with you at home?
His basic nature is very stoic.
Okay.
So he does not like to express his sorrow. But knowing the environment mostly, I do try to ask him and I try to make him speak. And at times he does speak up. He felt bad about certain things. If something extremely bad happens. So I just listen to him and I give him my peace of mind. At times, he listens to what I wish to advise, but he listens. Finally, he does whatever he has
He wants to do.
And he is very analytical, and he decides for himself whatever he wants to do.
I remember something at some point in time you'd said about the time when your daughter Divija was being born, and it was a very difficult phase for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Having a child actually gives birth to a mother. So that phase is very difficult. And I remember around that time when she was born, around 1 or 2 years post that, Devin got his first big opportunity, which was he was offered the position of state president,
state president of
Maharashtra
Bharatiya Janata
state
Party, yeah,
president,
yeah.
wherein he had to travel extensively.
Okay.
And he was stressed about it, and I could understand his concerns for the family because there was his mother who was not keeping well that time. And then I was there with bank and other various commitments, and Divija being very small. So he was a little apprehensive. He never spoke about it. But I told him that if this was a concern, don't worry. I am there, you go ahead. And I said, Ja Simran Ja. जी ले अपनी जिंदगी. Because I knew later he would have to say the same thing to me. कि जा सिमरन जा जी ले अपनी
और वो आपने अब कर लिया है जब वो सीएम बने. Now you've used it, the opportunity really well, but that's amazing, you know. Amrita ji, a lot of people do sort of criticize, and you are there in the spotlight. But one thing I have to say about you, बिंदास हैं आप. जो मन आता है करती हैं, अपने टर्म्स पे करती हैं, और वही सही तरीका है जीवन जीने का. आप सीएम की वाइफ हैं, उसके बारे में आप 50,000 things you can write and speak, but you are an individual, you are made of your own self, and you are multi-talented. So why should you not take the center stage? So that's a compliment coming your way. But now let's turn to the work that you are doing. I want to read this out, you know. You are, of course, definitely trying to leverage the skills that you have towards highlighting the atrocities against women. For example, the song for river rejuvenation, I mean, that's the environmental cause that you were taking care of. But your song, Alag Mera Ye Rang Hai, and a fashion show under the Saksham banner that you did for acid survivors, we saw in the AV. Then the Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao campaign, you rendered beautifully a Marathi song which said, Tila Javudaya, let her live. Very recently, you had the song Mero Deva Bapu Seva Lal for the Banjara community. I mean, you do all of these things from where you get the time to do this, to this inclination to, you know, devote yourself to different causes that you're picking up, whether it's with women empowerment, whether it's the environment, whether it's the restoration of a community.
I ardently feel the need that I have to do these things for the society. In fact, through songs, one can reach very easily to the hearts of the people. And one can convey a message very well through your music, whatever message needs to be conveyed. So music I have always used as a medium to convey messages regarding environment, regarding female infanticide, and regarding various other issues. Corona song also I did, which was like an inspirational song. Maro Bapu Dev Sevalal was about the Banjara culture, which was absolutely loved by the Banjara community and others also. So this gives me immense satisfaction because music is my USP. And I want to use it for the betterment of people or for betterment in any way I can. And other activities also, I plan my days. There are some days wherein my banking takes a front seat. Sometimes there are these social activities which take front seat. And sometimes my other commitments. So I have to balance a lot. And thankfully, as I said, I worked 20 years, 12 hours a day for the bank. After which I got this leverage that I could work part-time, which is helping me to add up to my time. And secondly, musically, I am not so practiced nowadays. I hardly get half an hour to practice every day.
So you do practice half an hour every
either
day?
Early morning or just before sleeping. But this used to be 3 to 4 hours when I was studying and before marriage. But this riyaz during my initial years really helped me to keep up to my level of singing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, out of all the things that you do, specifically something that caught my attention, Ms. Fadnavis, was Mitti Ke Sitare, an initiative that you took for the underprivileged children who could sing, who had that talent. मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि ये जो talent hunt आप करती हैं उन बच्चों के लिए जो गरीब हैं, उस talent hunt के बाद क्या होता है उन बच्चों का? Are you able to push them in the industry, in the music industry? Because, I mean, we've not known of an initiative like this कि गरीब बच्चों को ढूंढो जो गा सकते हैं.
So this came to my mind when I was at a friend's place, and there was this little girl who was the daughter of a domestic help. She came to me and said, "Madam, तुम्ही बहुत खूब चांगलं गाता है ना, आप बहुत अच्छा गाते हैं. मेरे को फोटो लेना है आपके साथ." तो मैंने फोटो लिया. Then Later, she said, I want to sing a song to you because I also sing. So she sang a very sweet little Marathi song. But when I asked her that, are you learning? Because she sang pretty well. She said, no, I don't get time. I have to go to do Bartan Pocha every day with my mother. So that stuck me. I thought that if these kind of girls who are underprivileged, who don't have opportunities, if we can support them into music, no matter later if they are musicians or not, music itself or any art gives a character, gives a different confidence.
Totally.
So what we did was we started by screening children across slum schools, BMC schools, and it was open for poor children. And we selected 25 children who were good at vocals. And we started training them. We trained them for 6 months through Shankar Mahadevan Academy. And after that, we had a very big program of theirs. These were small children.
Yeah.
We just wanted to develop their confidence that point of time. 6, 7, 8 years kinds. And that program was attended by international artists also and Indian artists also, musicians mostly and composers. And that really boosted their confidence and they thought, yes, they can do it. Post that program. And till date, these children train with us. Whenever we have Divyaj programs, they come and perform for us and we give them stipend. There are other organizations also who have started calling them now. Not that they'll immediately become great artists, but they are called for some chorus singing.
Okay.
Or, and regularly they are singing with a guru now. Plus they have soft skill training, they have physical wellness training and other counseling for their own betterment and development of their personality.
Wow. So that's not only singing, I mean, you're leading them into becoming confident individuals, having a character of their own. That's a great thing. But this one question again from Nagpur to Cannes, Ms. Fadnavis. Very recently, you were awarded by the Better World Forum at Cannes for all of this work that you're doing. I mean, that's one of the highest places that one goes. How was that experience?
That was a lovely experience. Better World Forum works across the world and into different social endeavors. Mr. Manuel, who heads it, he contacted me and he wanted me to be there for a keynote speech, plus I was to be awarded the humanitarian award by the forum. And we also did walk the red carpet and there other ladies there were some first ladies from other different countries.
Okay.
So it was like exciting time for me because first time I walked the ramp along with my daughter. I took her along at Cannes, which is so overrated. But
Overrated?
overrated, I feel. That red carpet also looks very big on screen, but it's not that big. But it's okay. But I enjoyed, I networked. That was the best part of it. And I spoke on environmental issues that point of time.
Perfect. Acha, the last question, we take a rapid fire after that, Ms. Fadnavis. Let's not have this buzzer go off, please. My final question to you, you are a singer, performer, entertainer, और ऐसे लोगों के लिए जो सबसे पॉपुलर स्पेस है, प्लेटफॉर्म है, वो इंस्टाग्राम है. पर मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आपके पति ने ही इज बीटन यू ऑन दैट ऑल्सो. आपके पास 1.2 मिलियन फॉलोअर्स है, उनके पास 2.2 मिलियन फॉलोअर्स है. तो कभी घर में ये होता है कि भाई कौन है ज्यादा पॉपुलर आप दोनों के बीच में, बिकॉज यू आर अ सेलिब्रिटी नाउ एंड इन दिस स्पेस विच इज नॉट अ पॉलिटिकल स्पेस ही इज स्टिल मोर पॉपुलर देन यू.
In fact, I'm proud of the fact that he is more popular than me. But I must tell you one statistic about Instagram, that people love to peep into my life in Instagrammers. Because when I see the professional dashboard, and since few years this is happening, that around 75 million to 115 million people visit my profile every month.
150 million people visit your profile.
That is 7.5 crores to 11.5 crores every month. So these Instagrammers love to visit my profile, peep into it, that what this lady is doing, and then they go back. They don't follow me. So I don't understand why they are doing this.
Okay, but take heart from the fact, Miss Fadnavis, आते तो हैं, देखते तो हैं कि आप क्या कर रही हैं.
मेरा काम हो जाता है.
आपका काम हो जाता है. So अंत कर रहे हैं हम with a rapid fire round.
I must say that Devin joined Instagram quite before me. I'm going to catch up very soon.
Okay, well, right. We should wait for that. So now, 5 quick questions to you, Ms. Fadnavis. Who's the boss at home, you or the Chief Minister?
Without any doubt, Devin ji is the boss and I take all the decisions.
What do you mean? I don't quite understand what that means. I'll have to ask him what this means now. So, who gets more attention, Divija or Devin?
Divija for sure, because first of all, whenever I feel like giving him attention, he's not there. And nowadays, I'm also not available for him.
Okay.
For him to give me attention.
Oh.
So it's only Divija between us.
Okay. Better Chief Minister? And I've taken out Devendra Fadnavis from there, huh? Uddhav Thackeray or Eknath Shinde?
Oh, I must say, and that's true, that Eknath Shinde is the better CM. And during his tenure, I feel Uddhav Thackeray was the bitter CM.
Uddhav Thackeray
Was the bitter CM.
was the bitter CM. The better CM is Eknath Shinde. चलिए, आपके पति को नहीं डाला है लिस्ट में तो आप छूट गई हैं easily. But better politician between Devendra Fadnavis and Nitin Gadkari. Who's that?
आपने सुना होगा कि घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर होती है. तो डेफिनेटली नितिन गडकरी.
Definitely Nitin Gadkari. Politically correct हैं, बिल्कुल आप. चलिए, finally, नागपुर या मुंबई? मुंबई में इतना फेम पाया आपने, जिंदगी जी रही है मुंबई में. But whether it's Nagpur or Mumbai, which is the most favorite?
Nagpur is my dil and Mumbai is my dhadkan.
Amazing. Right. With that, we wrap it up for Ms. Amrita Fadnavis. Thank you so much.
Thank
Such a
you so
delightful
much.
conversation,
It was
Ms.
a great
Fadnavis. And
conversation.
thank you for coming to Delhi all the way from Mumbai.
My pleasure.
Thank you.